Hi all, welcome and thanks for joining in. This next topic I'm hoping doesn't end up in a blame game. This is what I'm trying to diffuse, this whole blame game rubbish, and just ends up being a conversation between really important parties in education. So parents and teachers and students having a conversation, not a blame game. So the topic being, quote, not nearly enough parents, carers, are showing interest in the education of their children. Extremely important topic. Now, where this came from, I 100% respect this creator, and I'm not here to piss on anyone's parade. As he's a teacher, he has experience and he has a point of view which is his own. It's great. I really respect this creator. However, I feel like it's a double-edged sword and it really needs to be a conversation, not a blame game, because there's a lot of different sides and facets to this particular comment that are not taken into consideration and really should be discussed as a joint with everyone involved. Now, first things first, I really want to talk about intimidation. Okay, so teachers come off as like, oh my God, I've got to call parents. But do you ever stop for a minute and think that the parents might have that same anxiety in speaking to a teacher? Just hold that thought for a moment. Maybe it could be thoughts like dismissive or I know better than you, something like that. But these thoughts do come from parents as well. So, another big issue, intimidation. You've got Education Minister Jason Clare going on the Today Show saying all parents are on notice. Now, he was there to discuss the fact that a teacher was charged with assault with a child. And the way he dealt with that is all parents are on notice. Thing about that is it happened in April 2023 and it's been withdrawn. The interview has been withdrawn. So where the education does bad, they just make it go away. So they pay parents out and make it go away. Please understand where parents are coming from when this type of stuff happens. Now, I understand that a lot of you might be misconceived about why I do what I do, and I'm not here to target teachers. In fact, it's complete opposite, because the teachers and the parents and the children should all be working together. The issues that I really am very hardworking trying to piece together and bring to people's attention is the management of the teachers and the education, internally and externally. So policies, procedures, ethics, image versus accountability, and what the teachers have to put up with and what the parents have to put up with retrospectively. And it's bad, toxic management inside, internally, and externally. Now, being completely honest here, I have so much respect for teachers. I found out that I was dyslexic in year 10, only by chance because I had a teacher that cared. Only because I refused to read in a class out loud. Not because I was an asshole, just because it made me feel uncomfortable. Now, the teacher, knowing I always put in 110 effort, I have all the answers off the top of my head. What was my issue? Sent me out the room. After she spoke to me, she realised, okay, there's an actual issue here. I'm not being a smart ass. And she put in a recommendation for me to be tested. So I didn't find out I was dyslexic until year 10. But I always worked twice, 3 times, 4 times as hard as everyone else did. So yeah, when teachers could actually have a say and an input in saying this student needs to be tested, that really matters. It really makes a difference. Fast forward to my own child, where she had brilliant, awesome teachers, but their hands were tied. They knew what issues were there, and they weren't behavioural. absolutely not behavioural issues. They were learning issues. But, for instance, Ms. Chapman could say, yes, I agree with you personally, but professionally, I can't say that. How ridiculous. Because these teachers absolutely know what's best moving forward. But bureaucracy means their hands are tied. Now, I want you to take into consideration something like the Understanding Collective, who do an absolutely awesome job, really care and go out of their way to try and help. And as they say, a lot of times the big issue is communication and the reasons for those communication issues. And some parents even are concerned about being that parent. So as much as I absolutely respect the creator of that statement, I really feel that this needs to be discussed between all of us to try and make things better, in saying that parents aren't interested, or majority or some aren't interested. I just think that there's maybe different paths to be able to handle this kind of situation. I appreciate you listening. I would really appreciate your input from all sides, because it's the only way things are going to improve, if all sides come together and actually discuss these issues instead of having a blinded view about the way that they think things are. Thanks for listening, and I hope you share this.